There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, a metallic drawer slides out from under.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of...
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work? The pry bar, useful for opening all sorts of doors. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Lets you see things. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheat, the white suede feels luxurious under the touch. And the metal clutch handle so very familiar.
This is the Caprice Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat.
No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case on our hands. Yes, sorry about that. The Caprice Kinema does have a rather...
He says it with very badly concealed pride.
The Caprice motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
Nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. In the cabin, you see a set. The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio wave.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaik. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I...
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you. There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
No, not me. No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse. No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Garbage.
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez...
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation.
I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. Yeah, go on. You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really... Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone. You know whom?
You think you hear a sliver of accusation in her words. Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not you.
I really don't want to talk about this. Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit. Yes, obviously. You were the worst client. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months, I bet. The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. Yes, well...
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle. The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. 10-18, state your message, sir.
But you said... never mind.
10-9, over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the...
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
He says this has probably happened to other police.
Oh goddamn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole...
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the...
Mullen dicked us.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this.
What's going on?
Super cop here.
He lost his
badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if... Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your...
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? No. It's got...
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over. 10-1, you're breaking up. 10-9, come in, officer. Over. Come in, officer. 10-9, repeat message, please. Did you misplace your firearm? Over.
The silence is almost deafening after you flick off the switch, severing the...
That did not go well. I guess the important thing is that you followed protocol and reported your lost items. Did we need anything else here?
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange set.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation. We're not going... Alternative translation.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here. Of course. What, me? I am just a gardener. I am working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
There's discomfort. She stops mid-sentence.
Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Thank you. My head is about to explode from... Of course. Where to? It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, the harbor gates, some kind of commotion, I think. Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But what do you mean? We're in Martinez, sir. This intersection is called Round... No problem. Of course.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a...
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says... This trash container is locked. The sliding lid... There he still is, looking right through. There are several footprints in... That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long? Sweet Lord, a whole hour. And you haven't thought about rum and lemonade in all that time? You've truly extinguished all trace of yourself. Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking. Have you thought about that? Get a goddamn... What happened, man? You used... It would go well with those cigarettes. The worker is in a deep slump. Perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from, into the primordial darkness. There is only one way to wake...
Why the yelling, man?
Looks like a Sow descendant. A lot of Sow dock workers around.
Wait, what? No, it was just...
Officer, even after a rude awakening, this dock worker respects the police more than they usually do, at least.
Nate got it. Majoret's got it. He's guarding the gate. Or just getting some sleep. Or was. Indeed. Help yourself to some... Wait. No. Oh, isn't. That's the name of my employer.
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
Is it? going? Haven't you noticed what's going on outside? We're in the middle of a strike down at the harbour, trying to force some sense. For one, I could use some more shut-eye in the mornings. Right to work? Thank God, no.
The worker stares at you, his eyes dry from sleep.
I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir.
A little me time in the...
Yeah, what about it? You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, and if someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern? I can You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I...
The lieutenant gives you a little nod. So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even sleepy hair. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work, detective.
We are. The workers. The union. We know what we need. What's right. Okay. I guess there's also Everard. He's in charge.
The dock worker doesn't answer. His head is already back. The worker is in a deep slumber.
Can I help you? What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit.
He hates the Union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
I don't. I'm simply providing a service, or really facilitating the offering of services to paying customers, and it doesn't matter. I don't have to be...
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today...
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Mine? No, it belongs...
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why.
I thought as much. And are you the only...
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
Callous? What are you? Krasmazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol...
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or He killed himself.
No one was implying you were, officer.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please. Absolutely out.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silk. But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and you must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Whatever do you mean? Sequence killers? Oh my.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree. I can assure you with absolute certainty.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie. Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most. Perhaps another time. Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
She nods, but still looks worried.
You know where we are, right? That's right. In a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, to be precise. Yes, and how would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city, and I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a... Speaking of history, you know what year it is. Yes? That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always...
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there. But now she...
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Actually, we are not. You could say that about almost...
Damn it. I was really hoping it would be a cop.
Oh, no. Nothing like that, dear. Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost...
Of course. You've arrived at a weak world where no one appreciates animal husbandry.
It is quite disappointing, yes. A lot of people would like some... Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in River... But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
You didn't do too well, dear. You really only knew what year it is. It does...
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his...
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of someone more educated in sweeping matters.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a...
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone writ... Of course, dear.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look.
We can sit on benches.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back. Everything you pick out seems faded, chipped, and sad somehow. Most of them are just, yes, buy something nice. A figurine. Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor.
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
A long, long time ago. They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and...
Which ones? Ah, royalist soldiers from the time of the Revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too brightly, I suppose.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels.
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. Okay, I don't like either set too much, to be honest. It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for...
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistency.
Who are your customers?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling? I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Another time, perhaps. Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question.
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving, and I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you.
You weren't quiet. You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life, and when I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it. 15 real.
The lieutenant looks from you to Roy, and then back to you. It's clear that he hopes this tableau. This has got to be the most. There's pity there too, in case you didn't notice.
No apologies necessary, officer. She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest, truth be told, she was terrible.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
Yeah, it's not good. I do hope we manage to clean this mess up somehow, while also keeping our focus.
This mess, he means your mess.
My apologies, officer, but I...
A needle in a haystack.
Of course. I doubt it, but I can try and... I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed, feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
How would I know?
There's a note of indignation in those triangle patches on his vest. You have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
I was with the emergency relief brigade. You know, after the people had to take Perolidon for radiation sickness. That's what you were hinting at just now, wasn't it?
He's taking it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. So much disappointment and early deaths. Cancer mostly. No one's. Everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to... The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second... So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man. A typical Martinez streetlight sits.
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect work.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wire... This would make quite a statement in your living room.
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
700 real. A bargain, I dare say. Hey, I don't know where it came from, but it's not every day you get to buy...
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic. This is you. Golden orange. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Is the Harman Welsh W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel format. If police work means playing tapes, sure, you can use it for that. Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign said,
Oh, that's the it's a machine for tear. You know, you need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there. Some.
you see several packaged raincoats. Fill.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out.
What's that magazine she's reading?
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for...
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you. She pops her raspberry-flavored bubble. The lieutenant frowns at you before turning to the clerk with an apologetic half-smile.
You mean this? This is Pop Stars.
Looks like it also has...
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish. Benita. She's a model. Usually it's a model. Or a...
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but... I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so... I don't know, really... long. I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to...
Okay. Not really. No. I didn't know him at all. Uh-huh. Reality? You mean?
She is like a student unexpectedly called upon by a teacher. Can she answer?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15. Yeah, that's why I'm working my arse off in Frit. I don't know. What about it? I don't know. Look at the clock. It's right behind you on the wall.
The clock shows the time at 10:09. The hands seem to be still.
Cool.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong, drop them in here, officer. Guitar-marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there?
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting...
The fuck's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno?
See? Not really.
The fuck's he on about?
See?
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels. Nothing. It's nothing. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging.
Officer, is that your paper? Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got, if you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Boring. Try dangerous. You should do a thorough inventory of that. Be sure some has not fallen into the hands of the RCM's enemies, organized crime or worse. Official notes sometimes contain It will also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Anyway, where were we?
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man, only in its social sensibility.
Mm-hmm.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Fuck does Kuno care? The fuck about it? You're testing Kuno's patience.
Get lost!
Kuno doesn't...
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board. But there's a piece of toilet paper. Or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper. desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for below the pathetics, terror. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Way cool. It says, an aluminium block. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling.
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information. Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have had light.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, they're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol and covered in dent. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week.
Huh? 2 complex cases to under... 2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. I prefer a normal caseload. It's a matter of method.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible.